Triple kill! Kill Atrocity, Kilimanjaro. Kill Catastrophe. Monster kill!
What's going on, guys? Rounded TikTak here, and today we're just going to be taking a quick look at the RAROG'S gaze. I didn't know what Ragnarok was, so I looked it up, and apparently in Slavic mythology, it is a fire deity, usually depicted by a falcon. I was interested, so I thought I would tell you guys. But the RAROG'S gaze is a rifle standard variation. It's not a sniper rifle, so it's not something like the bolt action sniper rifle. It's more akin to something like this, the custom Ghost 2. That means you have a decent amount of bullets, in this case 8, and I think most of them are 8 bullets with single shot, so like a DMR in most other like first person shooters or something along those lines. This one dropped with 322 firepower. Its crit damage multiplier is 12.8, and that's pretty high, in really middle of the ground. However, status power is really high, 17.5, and its long range damage is 6.5%. Now, I have this on my Devastator, sadly, because I would absolutely love to have this weapon on my Technomancer. It is born and bred for them, and I really wish the game would come out already so I could put it on my Technomancer, because I'm not sure there's going to be a much better weapon. There might be, but this is definitely going to be one of the better weapons for the Technomancer. Its unique tier 3 perk comes with Weakness Trap. Shots causes explosions, dealing 46 damage and inflicting weakness on enemies within a 5-meter radius of the target. And there's a cooldown on that of 3 seconds. Now, a 46 explosion doesn't really sound that great, but honestly, I think it does scale. If I remember correctly from the alpha, I believe those damage numbers do scale. So eventually it'll be even higher, or like once it's level 30, or the weapon level on the top right becomes 50, that'll hit for like 15,000 damage or something along those lines. I'm almost 100% positive that's how it works. Its second perk here on this one we have is Burning Bullets. Now, in reality, I probably would change this, but for the moment in the demo, it's pretty good. That burn defect, and with Devastator, his bleed defect that he has on a lot of his abilities really add up. Once both dots start ticking, the damage becomes quite severe, and you'll be able to take out captains and stuff like that pretty damn quickly. Now, granted, it is a rifle and it's not everybody's cup of tea. I'll be the first to admit that. Let's just jump into the game and just show you how well it does. I'm not really going to use any abilities here and just use the gun itself. Now, rifles, you normally would want to maybe stay in cover or stay back. And again, I'm on a Devastator, so, you know, that's not great. But it is what it is, and we're going to check out exactly how much damage it does. But you'll see it's pretty good. And the weakness debuff, as soon as we kill this little area, I will 100% show you exactly what the weakness debuff does. You can see on the bar, let me actually wait a second, that green heart, I'm actually going to let him heal. That green heart above him, it goes away quite quickly, but you can see that little green heart pop up. That in particular is the weakness debuff. So another cool thing that I'll show you right now is if you go to guides and you go to enemies and status effects, this entire menu has a lot of stuff that is very, very important in the game, talking about all the status effects, what the enemies can do, what skills they have, etc. But for right now, we're just here on status effects because I want to show you exactly what weakness does. Now, there's 2 debuff abilities. We have vulnerable and weakness. The other ones are more of damage over time for the most part, but here we have debuff. So vulnerable increases the damage they receive by 25% for 10 seconds, which is pretty lengthy, and I'm sure you've seen that on a couple of weapons. And then we have weakness, which again is this green symbol down here, and weakness decreases the damage they deal by 30% for 6 seconds. So hypothetically, you could use a weapon and maybe a skill or something like that, because there are certain skills that do inflict vulnerability and weakness onto enemies, so you can make them do 30% less damage and take 25% more damage. And in the case with the RAROG'S gaze, you can do it from a pretty safe distance away. And that's it, guys. I'm not making these videos long. The RAROG'S gaze, man, that's a tough one to say. The RAROG'S gaze is a rifle variation weapon. It's definitely good on somebody like the Technomancer or the Pyromancer. And one last thing I want to show you guys is that the effect does spread to other enemies. So we're going to forego the captain here. We're going to kind of shoot the back line, and you can see it spread to other enemies. So if we to all 3 of those enemies right there. So it hits the main guy plus 2 other ones, and they all receive the 46 damage. I just wanted to show you guys that too. So again, you can have that weakness debuff on multiple enemies that might be chewing through your team, and just bring down that damage that they're outputting just a little bit. And that's really it, guys. My name is RAROG'S. If you like this kind of content, full weapon breakdowns, guides, gear, and gameplay, think about subscribing or giving it a like. It really does help out the channel. If you guys want to catch us live, I stream 4 days a week over at twitch.tv/RoundedTikTak. We'd love to have you as part of the family. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. TikTak out.